Good morning, students. Sound chapter. You know very well, different kinds of energies are there. Suppose light is a form of energy, electricity is a form of energy, heat is a form of energy. In the same way, sound is a form of energy. Suppose in our daily life, we can hear so many kinds of sounds, different kinds of sounds. Based on the sound energy only, we can do different kinds of works. Let's suppose go this side, teacher said go this side. That means you can follow that side. Read the questions, you can read the important questions, all these things. That means these are all guidelines given based on that sound only. The different activities also based on the sound only. How the sound is produced? What are the types of sounds? Suppose any vibrating body that produces the sound. It is a form of energy. It is a type of energy, form of energy. And how the sound is produced? Suppose a student or boy giving sound from his mouth. Example, student produce sound from his mouth. That is Ela. Sound produced from the mouth of a student or boy. So a student produce certain sounds from his mouth part. That is called Ela. And rattling sound. Rattling sound produced in a metal box. Rattling sound produced in a metal box. Suppose an empty metal box is there. Some stones are dropped in that. We can move the box, means some sound is coming. That is called rattling sound. This sound is called gala gala. Gala gala. Like this, different kinds of sounds are there. See, in our daily life, in a morning time, suppose trees are there surrounding, we can hear the different bird sounds. And suppose a forest means different kinds of animal sounds. Surrounding different relatives or other members are there that produce different kinds of sounds. These sounds are based on the sounds only we can do different activities. Okay. How the sound is produced? Production of sound. Production of sound. How the sound is produced? Any vibrating body produce sound. Vibrating body produce sound. Example, ringing bell. Ringing bell. Suppose cycle bell is there, the bell is ringing. You can ring the bell means some sound is coming from the bell. Suppose if you touch the bell with your finger, we can feel the vibration of that bell. That means sound is coming at the time of vibration only. Suppose sound is not coming from the bell, at the time again touch the finger. That means there is no vibration of the bell. From this experiment, what we know, any body is in vibrating condition, they produce the sound. So sound is produced based on the vibration of that body. Again, another example, blowing air, blowing air into the textbook or notebook. In between the papers, you can blow air. Some air is blown in the papers of the notebook or textbook. Some sound is coming. So these are all examples for this sound. That means sound is produced by for the vibration of the body only. Suppose you are sleeping condition. A dog is producing sound that is far away from your place. So there is no disturbance for your sleeping. Suppose the same sound is produced very near. Very near means immediately you are wake up. Why? Because the sound is different. First case is sound is far away from your place. That's mean you are safe side. Very near, dog is shouting very near, then you are in the danger. If you are in danger, what happened? Immediately your brain gives suggestions. Wake up immediately, you are in danger. So that sounds causes different kind of activities in our life. Okay. Next one is, how can you say sound produced? It is a form of energy. Sound is a form of energy. How can you do this? With an experiment. Activity. What is this activity means? Aim. Aim means sound to show that sound has energy. Sound is a form of energy. To show that sound is a form of energy. What are the materials required? Here materials required means cell phone, small stones or sugar crystals, balloon, and rubber band, empty water bottle. Say this is a activity to show that sound is a form of energy. You can prove sound is a form of energy. How can you prove that sound is a form of energy? Take an empty water bottle, cut it at lower end, and that clean well. In the lower end, we place a cell phone. That working cell phone, take a working cell phone that is playing mode with high volume. Play this song. A song is played in the cell phone. Sound is coming from cell phone that is kept inside the bottle. This is the empty water bottle. This is empty water bottle. This is what cell phone. sound is coming from the cell phone continuously, we can hear. Next, take a rubber balloon, stretch the balloon and cut it the balloon, stretch it, and it is arrange it to the mouth part of a cutting part of empty body. Then it is operates like a diaphragm. It acts like a diaphragm. Take a balloon, cut it, and it is covered the mouth part of the empty water bottle with that stretched balloon and fixed with a rubber band. So this diaphragm, this stretched rubber balloon acts as a diaphragm. This is the balloon part, diaphragm. Okay, placed on the diaphragm part, that is stretched balloon, keep some sugar crystals. Some sugar crystals is kept on side. Then what we see, sound is stopped. Once it is closed with a rubber balloon, balloon diaphragm and tied with a thread or rubber band, immediately the sound can stop. Slow sound is coming from that part. Because of this sound energy, what are the crystals above the diaphragm part? That means sugar crystals are dancing. How much time these are dancing? How much time cell is giving sound? Same time, these are all moving up and down. So, from this experiment, what we know, sound is a form of energy. Suppose once the cell phone is stop to produce the sound, immediately we can remove the rubber band. You see, cell phone not working. Again, you can stretch with rubber band. You see the crystals. There is no movement of the crystals. That means there is no production of sound. Crystals are rest position. Once the sound energy is coming inside the bottle, immediately because of the sound energy, the diaphragm in vibrating mode. Because of that vibration, the particles above the diaphragm moving up and down. From this experiment, what we know, sound is a form of energy. Here, this is a 4 marks question. You can draw the diagram and write the aim, material, and procedure. And last one is result. What is the result part? Result means the sugar crystals are dancing. That means moving up and down. From this experiment, what we know, sound is a form of energy. Suppose there is no production of sound from the cell phone. At that time, sugar crystals are rest position. So from this experiment, what we know, sound is a form of energy. Okay, this is activity. A means to show that sound is a form of energy. What are the materials required? An empty water bottle, one cell phone, working cell phone, and a balloon, rubber band, sugar crystals or small stones, pebbles or small stones. These are enough for that. Procedure means write the steps. First step means take an empty water bottle, cut it at the half part of the bottle, clean well. After that, the cell phone is on with a play with a song with a high volume. The cell phone is kept inside the bottle. Next one, this mouth part of the empty bottle is closed with a stretched rubber balloon by using the rubber band. That means that is closed with a rubber band. Then now there is no production of sound. That means inside sound is coming, but we can't hear the sounds. At that time, we kept some sugar crystals on that stretched balloon part. Now what we see, once we kept the sugar crystals on that stretched balloon, these crystals are moving up and down. That means they are dancing from that diaphragm part. Once the sound is stopped, immediately they stop the movement of that crystals. From this, we can write the result part. Okay, this is the 4 marks question. Next one is, what is meant by frequency? What is meant by frequency? Frequency means the number of vibrations per second is called frequency. The number of vibrations per second is called frequency. Suppose a tuning fork is there. This tuning fork makes suppose 100 vibrations. In 1 second. It makes 100 vibrations in 1 second. So that frequency is 100 vibrations per second. Here units, what are the units means? Vibration per second, Hertz, Hertz, and cycle per second. That means generally modern unit is Hertz or Hz. Hertz or vibration second, both are same only. Here in the case of electromagnetic waves, what are the units means? Cycles per second. And what are the types of sound waves? Which type of sound waves? That means two types of waves are there. Longitudinal, second one transverse waves. Waves are two types, longitudinal waves and transverse waves. Sound waves are, which type of waves means longitudinal waves. What is the main difference between longitudinal and transverse waves? See, longitudinal waves, here C means compression, R means rarefaction. Wavelength. That is also wavelength. See, longitudinal waves. What are longitudinal waves? Longitudinal waves means the particles in a wave vibrating parallel to the direction of propagation. Such type of wave is called longitudinal wave. That means what are the particles inside the wave? The particles vibrating parallel to the direction of propagation. Such type of wave is called longitudinal wave. In this longitudinal wave, what are formed? Compressions and rarefactions. Here example means sound waves. Example, sound waves. Spring waves. Waves formed in a spring. In the sound compression part, the particles are closely moved at one point with high pressure. That means at the compression part, more pressure is there. Particles are closely moving at this part. Whereas rarefaction, the distance between particle is very large. compared to the compression part. The particles are moving from each other with large gaps. That part is called rarefaction. So these are alternately formed. Once compression is formed, next rarefaction. Again compression, again rarefaction, like this. Alternately, these points are formed. What is the main difference? The distance between two consecutive compressions. That means one compression and next compression distance is called wavelength. Suppose define wavelength. What is meant by wavelength? Wavelength means the distance between two consecutive compressions or distance between two consecutive rarefactions is called wavelength. Denoted by letter lambda. This is the, what is the symbol? It is a Greek letter lambda. How to denote means, how to read means lambda. This is a Greek letter. Okay, examples are sound waves. Sound waves are longitudinal waves, and these are, another one is spring waves. Waves formed in a spring also longitudinal waves. These two are examples for longitudinal waves. And next one is, what are transverse waves? Here main difference is longitudinal waves, particles are vibrating parallel to the direction of propagation, whereas transverse means particles are vibrating perpendicular to the direction of propagation. Here particles vibrating perpendicular to the vibration. Perpendicular to the propagation of wave. Such type of wave is called transverse wave. Here, what are the points formed means crest and trough part. SET. C means crest, T means trough. Here also, the distance between two consecutive crests is called wavelength. The distance between two consecutive trough is called wavelength. The examples. What are examples means? Light waves, water waves, electromagnetic waves, rope waves. These are all examples. See, you know the difference between longitudinal and transverse. Longitudinal means same definition. In case of perpendicular, you write parallel means longitudinal. Particles, these are particles are vibrating parallel to the direction of propagation of the wave. Such wave is called longitudinal waves. What are the points formed means compression and rarefaction. Example means sound waves, spring waves. Here, transverse wave means particles are vibrating perpendicular to the direction of propagation. Such type of wave is called transverse waves. Here, crest and troughs are formed. What are examples means light waves, water waves, etc. The distance between two successive crests or two successive trough is called wavelength, that is lambda. So in this 2 points are there, frequency and wavelength both are complete. Next one is velocity of the wave. Velocity. Velocity of the wave means that is v. So v is equal to nu lambda. Here v means velocity, nu means frequency of the wave, here lambda means wavelength. velocity of wave means distance traveled by the wave in 1 second. The distance traveled by the wave in 1 second, that is called velocity. Here, velocity means this is a product of frequency and wavelength. It is a product of frequency and wavelength. That also you can write. Here v means velocity of the wave, nu means frequency, nu, neu, nu. Here lambda means wavelength. This is a relation between velocity, frequency and wavelength. And relation between frequency and time period. Mu is equal to 1 by t. The relation between frequency and time period means frequency is equal to 1 by time period. What is time period means? The time taken for one complete oscillation of the wave. Suppose the transverse wave crest and troughs are formed. One crest, one trough is formed, one oscillation is over. Time taken for one oscillation of the wave is called time period. That is the time period. Okay, next one is audible range. Audible range. Twenty hertz to 20,000 hertz. Audible range means the human beings can hear the sounds, that is, a limit is there. That is, the sounds having the frequency in between 20 to 20,000 hertz only. That is, less than 20 hertz or more than 20,000 we can't hear. So the limit is in between 20 to 20,000